HBO announces House of the Dragon Season 3's release date. Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Westeros Throne, where the dragons are always hot. The takes are even hotter, and the rumors, well, they are usually true, or at least entertaining enough to pretend they are. Today's story is the kind that jolts the fandom awake like someone just rang the bells of King's Landing at dawn. HBO has finally announced the release date for House of the Dragon Season 3, and the entire realm is buzzing louder than a swarm of angry dragonflies. Before we dive headfirst into the wildfire, make sure to subscribe and click that notifications bell icon so you do not miss any of the breakdowns, theories, and flaming commentary coming your way. Trust me, you will want front row seats for this. So let us start with the news that has the fandom breathing fire. HBO officially dropped the release date for Season 3, and the timing could not be more perfect. With Season 2 leaving viewers on the edge of their chairs, clinging to armrests like they were Valyrian steel, the next chapter promises even more chaos, carnage, and crown-claiming drama. The announcement hit social media faster than Daemon Targaryen picking a fight he absolutely did not need to start, and the reaction was instant. Fans lost it, in a good way. The kind of way that makes you realize people will rearrange their entire lives around the premiere of this show. And honestly, who can blame them? Now here is where things get even more interesting. HBO made it clear that Season 3 is not just another installment. It is a full-blown escalation. The stakes are higher, the dragons are angrier, and the alliances are so fragile you could snap them like a poorly made sword from Flea Bottom. It is the moment the dance of the dragons begins shifting from political game board to open warfare. Every character you have grown attached to is about to get swept up in battles they cannot escape, no matter how many escape tunnels King's Landing supposedly has. And the premiere date? Perfectly placed. HBO knows exactly what it is doing. They dropped the release date at a moment when the fandom was starving for updates, and now the hunger for new content is reaching Stark-level winter desperation. The marketing team is behaving like master strategists from Old Town. They know how to drop a raven that sends the entire realm into a frenzy. But let us talk about what Season 3 might actually bring. Because the release date is exciting, but the story behind it? That is where things get truly electric. Season 2 ended with tension rising like a dragon, taking off into the clouds. Every decision was a powder keg waiting to explode. Season 3 will be the spark. With the death of key characters, the emotional toll, and the growing mistrust, the show is transitioning from political maneuvering into raw, unfiltered conflict. The writers have built this world like a perfectly constructed pyre. Season 3 is the match. One of the biggest things fans are anticipating is how the show will portray the next phase of Rhaenyra Targaryen's arc. Season 2 gave her depth, humanity, and an emotional anchor that the book only hints at through fragmented accounts. Now that HBO has committed to showing her perspective clearly, Season 3 becomes the moment her grief, rage, and responsibility collide. She is no longer a princess fighting for her birthright. She's a queen facing a war that threatens to swallow her entire life. And if we are being honest, that is what makes this adaptation so compelling. The writers are not afraid to expand on the emotional core of these characters. Season 3 will likely deepen the tragedy of the dance, showing the cost of leadership and the breaking points that turn heroes into legends, or into cautionary tales. There is no middle ground in Westeros. You either carve your name into history or become someone else's tragic footnote. Speaking of tragedy, let's talk dragons. Season 3 is practically guaranteed to feature some of the most explosive dragon scenes yet. With the conflicts escalating, the dragons will not just be symbolic weapons. They will be active participants in the destruction. HBO has been refining the dragon effects season by season, and you can expect visuals that make you forget how peaceful your real life is in comparison. Dragons soaring, burning, warring. This is the moment the budget truly shows itself. These scenes will not just be battles. They will be emotional events, each one carrying meaning for the characters riding them and the realm beneath them. So what does the release date tell us about HBO's confidence? Everything. When a network plants a flag on the calendar with this much hype behind it, it means they know exactly how massive the season will be. It means production is strong, the story is tight, and the final product is something they expect fans to talk about nonstop. They are expecting a cultural moment, not just a season premiere. That confidence also tells us something else. The next phase of the dance is not going to slow down. Season 3 is the point of no return. Alliances will be shattered. Characters you love will face impossible choices. Sides will be taken that cannot be undone, and betrayals will hit harder than any sword strike. The emotional toll will rise alongside the body count, and every victory will feel like a loss because that is the nature of this war. It is not just a battle for a throne, it is a battle for survival. And with the release date now confirmed, the countdown begins. Fans are already theorizing what the opening scene will be. Will it start with a blaze of dragon fire, a political maneuver, a shocking death, or something entirely unexpected? The show has proved more than once that it loves blindsiding viewers just when they think they know what is coming. And with Season 3, that unpredictability will likely hit its peak. But there is another layer to consider. Season 3 will also be the season that shapes how the back half of the dance is told. The shockwaves from its events will echo into future episodes, making every choice feel consequential. It is the season that marks the shift from tension to devastation, from build-up to eruption. This is where the tragedy becomes unstoppable. Fans of the book already know the rough shape of the narrative, but even they're watching closely because the show has shown a willingness to approach events from deeper character perspectives. That means the moments you think you know might hit with different motivations, different emotional beats, and different consequences. The adaptation is not rewriting the history, it is illuminating it. And that is why the release date announcement matters so much. It is not just marking the next season. It is signaling the chapter where everything changes. So now the realm waits. Cosplayers prepare. Theory channels sharpen their predictions like blades. And fans mark off days on their calendars like it is a countdown to a coronation. The energy is high, the anticipation is wild, and the expectations are towering. HBO knows it, and clearly they are ready. Fans of the book already know the rough shape of the narrative, but even they are watching closely because the show has shown a will. With Season 3's release date officially revealed, the message is clear. The Dance of the Dragons is about to reach a fever pitch. The battles will be bigger, the losses will hurt more, and the story will barrel forward with the unstoppable momentum of a dragon diving from the sky. Thank you for watching.